Link in here, the Geordie Journals. Just wait for a few people to join us. See if you're waiting there to express your feelings after that one. It's been tough going live. The reception isn't great here. I haven't got a whole lot of battery as well, so we'll not be on too long. We'll not keep this too long into the night, but I'm sure plenty of people have got lots of things to say about what they've just witnessed here at the Emirates, whether you were here, whether you're watching on the TV. Jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Of course, just myself on the lives. If anyone complains, the other two of the Geordie Journals, the dynamic duo of Dominic Sker and Jordan Cronin, are both doing their day job for the Shields Gazette and Newcastle World respectively. I tell you what, I set out me little remotely padded seat here in the Emirates and do the usual little bit wander. Before I finish my work, I'll take my coffee with us. I know it's late. It's a bit late to be having a coffee, but it's been a long day. If I need one after watching that. Pardon my French. Right, we'll have a wander. See the TV crews all packing away down here. Right, you got a better view there, eh? Right, what we're saying about that one then? I just think, for me, there's a lot to unpack with this team. And it feels like it's a season where there's just so many questions, and you have to call the question, does Eddie Howe have the answers to these questions? He doesn't seem to be finding them at the moment. Now, that's not to say I'm sitting here going to criticise and say get rid, whatever. I'm not coming at it from that viewpoint, really. I want to see a manager at a club with elite ambitions come to places like this and put in more of a performance than what I've just seen there. I thought it was pitiful in patches, to be honest. That first half, look, Arsenal are a good side, don't get us wrong. Let's not beat around the bush here and pretend Arsenal aren't a top class side, because they really are. They are top class, but Newcastle United are better than that and can be better than that and have to be better than that. Some woeful performances in there. Gift wrapped. That first half was pitiful, really. Defensive performance from Sven Botman is up there with, again, I think I mentioned it a few weeks ago. Where were we at? Nottingham Forest, to anybody who regularly watches these lives will know that I described his performance and Miguel Almiron's performance that day as one of the worst performances I've seen in a long while, and I'll say Sven Botman's just went and trumped that again today. I thought that was genuinely awful. Let's maybe gloss over the first half a bit, because it was collectively awful. I thought Livermore was poor in that first half. Karius comes through with pass marks. Fabian Schär was awful in that first half. Trippier had his moments, that's about it. The midfield three just wasn't at the races, it wasn't there today. It's rarely been there in quite some time. And the front three feeding off scraps. Second half, they got a bit of control. It's how much did Arsenal lay off a bit? How much of the intensity had gone? How much did they feel that they'd controlled the game to a point of 2-0? Newcastle, it looked like they potentially could get themselves back into it. They literally just Botman's pass inside and Livramento for Saka. Gift wrap that one, and then again the fourth goal where Miley not really putting a challenge in from the corner. I'm led to believe. I haven't quite seen it again, but a lot of people are jumping in my comments on Twitter saying that. And then Karius flapping at it. Actually, you know what? He flapped at the fourth one, but I didn't think Karius had a bad game. I thought his kicking was good. I thought he brought a bit of a confidence, actually. And in my opinion, when I've seen him, and it's only been, I was away in Saudi Arabia, I saw him play there, and I remember me and Jordan were there and we talked a bit about how he looked like a good goalkeeper. Seen him in the cup final, I thought he was excellent, particularly in that second half in the cup final. Obviously, there was him and Botman again. It was the same here and the same on at Wembley, but I thought he made some good saves today and he brought a bit of confidence. The wider picture is the problem. Newcastle's form since December can just absolutely get in the bin. They were up there. They're in contention in 4 competitions and in the Champions League. And since they dropped out of the Champions League, probably I think from about that Manchester United game, the form, according to my esteemed colleague Dominic Skur, would have them 16 post that Manchester United win at St James's Park. That is a cause for concern. That's not a team on the rise. That's not a team going in the right direction. And I'm not anti-Eddie Howe. But he's the manager, he's the man paid money to find answers to these problems. And what are his answers? I mean, his answer today was to take Dan Burn out of the team, which I've been calling for. Put Tino Livramento in. It wasn't really to tweak the midfield, which I think they probably had to do today to compete with Arsenal. It was all a bit flat. But it always looks a bit flat. I think they had to be a bit more compact today. They were in patches, but it was patches, real patches. The defensive record in the wider picture. Only the bottom three in the Premier League, bear in mind Sheffield United conceded 65. The bottom 3 of the Premier League plus Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth are the only 5 teams who've conceded more goals than Newcastle United this season. Give me one suggestion that that's in any way, shape or form sustainable. Sorry, we're going to see people filing past us here as Lee Ryder from the Chronicle and Matthew Razorbeck as well. It's the only spot I've been able to find here where a pitch view is going to be the walkthrough, and everyone's going to be filing past us after obviously Arteta and Howe have done their bit. Right, so for me it's just an unsustainable season, unsustainable defensively. And where are the answers? That would be the way I would assess it. So I'm going to put this coffee down, I'm going to come in and jump on the questions and see what you guys are talking about. There with us. Right, thanks everybody for watching and joining. Not the nicest of nights, getting late, I won't be on too long, as I say, my phone's dying. But we'll have a look, see what you guys have been saying. Let us know. Scott Crom, thanks for the comment. Eddie's flat midfield threes make me sick. Yeah, I think you're not alone. I'm starting to feel like Eddie's lost the dressing room. I'm not sure about that. I think that's a big comment and a big statement to make, but he certainly hasn't been able to find a successful defensive formula. Far from it. Paul Featherstone, Botman was abysmal. He's been poor for weeks. Bring back their cells. Willett was a bright spot. I would agree that having those options and having players to bring on. It's not good bringing options when you throw the game in the bin and gift it to the opposition mind. But it is good to have those options back. Botman was abysmal and has been really poor for weeks. I've been saying it. I think I said it recently in one of our videos that I don't know what Jamal Lascelles has to do to get back in the team, because I think the defensive unit was better with Jamal Lascelles in there. And Tino Livramento. Although Livramento didn't have a great game today. I agree with you, Paul. Yep, I do agree to get Lascelles back in the team, as I mentioned in previous videos. Scott Crom again, actually comments made, plenty of them in there tonight. Mike Ashley era performance. Look, I think some of the performances recently and some of the results recently, if these had been Steve Bruce teams or anybody in and around that time, I don't think you would have seen much of a difference. It's been very, very poor actually. And like I say, the form table has them in 16 post that Manchester United win in December. That is rubbish. Facts are facts as well, you can't really hide away from them. Scott Crom again, thanks mate, you're full of comments tonight. Longstaff stealing the living. Well, that's harsh. Longstaff for me, right? So I see a lot of criticism of Longstaff in this team now, and I get it. What I would always say about Longstaff is, when you've got quality around, every team has these players by the way. When you've got quality around them, this isn't really, definitely sticking up for the player, but every team has the grafters, the ones who go the extra yard, run harder, tackle, all that kind of stuff. Every team has them. You've got to have quality around them though, and the quality's got to be performing around them. When the quality fails and you start then relying upon your Sean Longstaff to unlock doors, or your Jacob Murphys to unlock doors, rather than just come on and be an option and run and get into position and cause problems. When you need them to provide quality, that's where your problem comes in, that's where the criticism comes, because when you're suddenly relying on people like Sean Longstaff to create chances and create openings, that's not his game. It never will be his game, and it never was his game. So when you're relying on these players to have that big quality, it just isn't there. But that's not really a criticism of Longstaff for me, it's more the team itself. The team just isn't right. Right, I'm going to be high as a kite tonight, aren't I, with this coffee. More Longstaff criticism. Botman and Miggy must be dropped. Ball control woeful. Thanks a lot, David Atkinson's comments. Gary Lee, I'll take a positive that there seems to be bodies returning from injury, which hopefully can lead to a strong run in the last 10 games. Gary, the only thing I'd say about that is, if this team keeps conceding goals, they're not giving themselves a chance. They are not giving themselves an opportunity in games to even get something. They're really not. How can you concede 4? Scott Wilson from the Northern Echoes talking about, I think he said something like, in the last 11 games they've conceded 4 goals 4 times. How do you expect, as the sirens go off here in and around the Emirates, how do you expect to get any points? How do you expect to win games when you're not giving yourself an opportunity? It doesn't make sense, man. Dave Atkinson again, thanks mate. Karius easily better than Dubravka. I agree with you. I thought Karius was really good, apart from probably flapping at that fault. But I'd like to see it again, because a lot of people saying the way it come off, made it difficult for him. I don't know, I thought he flapped at it. But I thought apart from that, I thought his kicking was really good and I thought he was solid. Yeah, Asset Vigilante, that's an interesting name. Well, we got stuffed and Eddie and the team have lost their way. Eddie does not have the answers at the level we want to achieve. I seriously believe Eddie will have gone next season. Why? We have to grow. The team definitely has to grow. And it was always the case that Eddie had to keep growing with the team. He had to keep answering questions. He had to keep proving the doubters wrong. He's hit a wall. His team's hit a wall. They're going backwards. They ain't going forwards. They need to reverse that. All these questions become even more legitimate as time goes on. Sutty 79, best defender for us was the ref who cut out the pass from the goalkeeper. I don't remember that bit, but got to laugh. Chris Skur, thanks for your comment, mate. Sven Botman, Rolls Royce, more clapped out of Lego. I like that comment. Yeah, I'm not seeing on social media, Chris, a lot of the Sven Botman crown jewel. Don't worry, guys, you can come past it. You'll not spoil it. Yeah, you'll not spoil the video. Yeah, I'm not really seeing this Sven Botman crown jewel stuff anymore, because he's been rank since he come back from injury, and it's harsh, but his lack of pace, which we've all known about all the way along, wasn't getting picked out last season, and bits at the start of this season, but it is an absolute clear weakness in his game and is getting exploited week in, week out. Just looks like a lad who's lost his confidence. I'll be bringing Jamal Lascelles in. Is he still carrying something? I mean, they didn't exactly deal with his injury situation particularly well. They didn't manage that well. He ended up playing. He did, didn't he? Yeah, he played. He done his knee and ended up keep playing with him at the start of the season. Potentially even an operation that went against, decided that wasn't the way forward. Is he still not right? Does he have confidence in himself? I don't know. You never know with these things. Right, Ian Dunbar, manager totally to blame. Trying 4-3-3 with that 11 is criminal. No pace at the back, same midfield. Surely you go 4-5-1 or 4. I agree with this, Ian. Great comment. So when we kind of got a bit of team news probably about 45 minutes before the team came out. We had a good idea what the team was going to be. And I've got to say, I was disappointed, weirdly, to see Dan Burn out of the team, because I wanted to see him do a 5. I wanted to see him do 5-4-1, go compact, not give Arsenal any yards in the middle, not allow them to go over the top, just be really compact and make it difficult for them. To stick with the same formation with a midfield that isn't functioning in any way, shape or form was a disappointment to me, and I think that falls on how. Ryan Taylor, message retracted. Oh, Ryan, what do you do, man? Deleting's cheating. Put your comments in, man. Brian Leiden Oxnard, that's a kind of double barrel one. Botman needs dropping. Just needs taken out for me. As my phone goes down to 5%, so I'm going to have to go through these comments. Ian Dunbar, best defensive display this year. Her back four of KT, Lascelles, Scientino. That will be my back four. Caseball UK, crap tactics again. Too many gaps inside the lines. Longstaff not good enough. How will be away before next season? Brian Leiden Oxnard should change formation. Stephen Walton, we're only missing Joe Linton now, nearly full strength. I agree with that. Where's those excuses gone? Full week of training. Getting it every week now. The excuses gone out the window, and the players, they've got a little more option than what they've had in a long time at the minute. Ian Dunbar, Longstaff's not a good grafter. Ryan Taylor, hopefully this is your comment, could see Eddie go in the summer. I do fear may have just taken us as far as he can. Who knows? He's just got to keep proving that wrong. If he can't prove it wrong, he'll have to move on. Ian Dunbar, correct. Longstaff's made 2 tackles in 3 games. Gary Lee, Yeah, you're reaching for positives. I don't blame you, mate. Stephen Walton, we're potentially the best 2 wing backs in the league. Why aren't we using them? Scott Cromwell, the easiest team to play against in the league. I'd love to see the stats on how many tackles we made in the last 3 games. We're soft. Stephen Walton, Longstaff, Botman not fit. This will come out. Who knows? Time to change formation. Stephen Walton, wingers in midfield haven't worked. Right, I'm going to cut off now. It's a shame because there's about 40 years on here now, 70 years on here now. It would have been good to keep chatting, but my phone is going to cut off. We will try and get a better, less chaotic video up online as soon as we possibly can from not just my Geordie waffle, but the Geordie journals of Dominic Skirt and Jordan Cronin. We'll do a bit of analysis, a few thoughts. There'll be some passion, there'll be some criticism. So hopefully you do join in for that. Thanks everyone for the comments. Really do appreciate all the comments and you guys taking part. So like, comment, share, subscribe for Geordie Journals content. This is the Emirates. Well, we've just seen a Geordie massacre. Or have we? More to come from the Geordie Journals.